Lucas joined us. He's
Wow,
hey.
he's got a proper background.
Oh wow!
Merry Christmas,
Ahoy.
Captain Garrett. Welcome to the Wing
Professional
It.
over here.
But he doesn't have a mask like we do.
Welcome aboard.
From a galaxy far, far away.
Indeed.
I like how
everybody
he's on
doing?
the camera and we're all in the shadows.
Howdy, Garrett. How's it going, man?
Going good. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfectly.
You sound good.
I'm good.
All right, cool. I can't stay long. I kind of have family stuff going on, but hey,
They don't
we're hanging
matter.
out with some cool people.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Glad you stopped by.
I want to catch one of your streams, man, but you're Eastern time and I'm West Coast, so like by the time you start streaming, I'm still in the middle of working.
I catch him during lunch.
I hear you. I understand. I'm just glad anyone wants to listen to me talk. My family's glad too because I have.
Well, you're good at it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. What are we talking about?
We're winging it.
Yeah.
Right now, we were actually talking about the West Virginia Mothman.
Has anyone seen that movie with Richard Gere, The Mothman?
Yes, a long time ago.
Mothman
Yeah.
Prophecies.
I love
Probably right
that
when
movie.
it came out, actually.
I adore
I
it
need to
as
see it
well.
again.
It
It's
is
super
actually not that
creepy.
bad. Yes, Injured Cold.
Oh, it also counts as a Christmas film.
Oh,
Really
no.
not wrong.
Technically,
Are we doing that?
Christmas
I mean,
has no standards
Die Hard,
anymore.
we have to count them all.
Hey,
right?
hey, there's Christmas trees, Christmas
Oh, look, is
decorations.
it cold
Richard
outside? Is it in December? Okay.
No,
it's
no,
Christmas.
no.
No,
Richard
no.
Gere's character goes back to Point Pleasant so he can take part in a Christmas party, and
See?
that's how he gets involved in the finale of the film. So, see,
I
I
thought
think
he
it has a
just
lot more
magically
substance than
showed
the
up
Christmas
there.
No, that's the start of the movie.
To the chat. Ahoy all.
Yeah, they're worthy. They're worthy of a salute. Yeah, not us, but them for sure.
No, yeah.
So,
chat-
Captain, while you're here, would you like to talk a little bit about Blood and Oak?
Oh, geez, you gonna put me on the
please.
spot, Wrangler?
Yeah, I want to hear about
Absolutely.
this bloody
That's
oak of
what we
yours.
do.
Yeah. So
I
so
hate to break it to you, but like half the chat are published guys. You might as well.
Yeah,
I know I might as well. Like that's a lot of pressure. So yeah,
I know
it's
nothing about it.
basically-
I could chill it for you.
Yeah, it takes place during the Barbary Wars. It's a nautical tale, and so when his sister is kidnapped and sold into slavery by the Barbary pirates, a young, daring midshipman goes on a suicidal quest for rescue and revenge. And and there's 2 books in the series. The 2 books are kind of a season 1 of the story, is kind of how I look at it. And it's meant to be classic, swashbuckling pirates, navy battles with cannons, ships of the line. And, Redoubt, I know you're a big American history fan. One of the things I love about it is that it really focuses on kind of the build up to the War of 1812, which was really a naval war. And what's really kind of amazing about American ingenuity at the time is that we knew that we could never compete with the navies of France and England, shortly after the Revolutionary War. So instead, what we did is we had this amazing shipbuilder, Isaac Humphreys, who came up with this idea that we're going to build super frigates, which are going to be big enough to stand toe-to-toe with any ship of their class and fast enough to flee if they need to. And they were just kind of top-notch technology. They were based on French ship design, and we modeled our Navy after like British maritime tradition. And really, that's why you have the Constitution to this day is still a ship, the longest serving ship in the Navy. And so I just want to bring that time to life and just like the awesome romantic, romantic in the sense of classic battles, sword fighting. And that Barbary War really was like that. I mean, it really was like boarding a ship. Stephen Decatur was kind of a hero of that war, and he was very good with the sword. So there you go.
It's really cool, man.
I've always
looks
said
sick,
the
by way.
1790s for the War of 1812. That's the United States. I'd even argue 1790s for the 1860s. It's the United States adolescence, but especially that period of time. And we kind of jump over it in talking about history. We talk about the creation of the country, and then we're talking about the American Civil War and all that's leading to it. It's like there's this whole chapter where we have the first generation of Americans that they're not part of the Revolution era. Like these are guys that grew up hearing stories of the Revolution.
Yes,
and now
Emily,
they decide we're going to go off and do our own cool thing. And well, it had mixed results.
Garrett,
Yeah.
you just made You just made a readout fangirl. Keep going.
That's right. Yes. More. Well, actually, you know what's
That's
really
the wine
interesting
talking.
is we kind of think of World War II as like the greatest generation, but before World War II, the War of 1812, what they called Preble's boys, which were Admiral Commodore Preble's young Navy officers who won the Barbary War and then went on to command the war against the British in the War of 1812. They became the first greatest generation for like 100 years. And they were kind of the heroes of like the 1800s until kind of World War One and World War II sort of eclipsed that history. But there's a great book if you're interested called Ships of Oak, Guns of Iron, and it was one of my major sources of research for this book, and it just tells the tale of the War of 1812, and it's that's what the national anthem, the story of the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air. That is a eyewitness account of the Battle of Fort McHenry, in which the British tried to bomb Baltimore into submission. And the writer of that poem, the eyewitness, was Francis Scott Key, who was a captive civilian who was on one of the British ships, and he was forced to kind of watch until the battle was over. And the British were pretty confident that no one was going to withstand that amount of bombardment. But they did, and the British had to give up the assault. So it's a pretty awesome war, and it's totally forgotten by history. People don't.
No, that story
It's also
of
my
national
favorite
anthem is
DRD
great
in
as well.
Farscape.
Also, I have to say the guy on the cover of your book looks like
Yeah,
he's
he's
about to
pretty
fall in
awesome.
love with a mermaid.
That would be John Sullivan. I had the cover artist. That's original art. Pablo Francisco is the artist. He did the cover for that one and the second book. And I actually have 3 more covers already designed.
That's some amazing cover art.
Yeah,
you.
I
I
might
really
need to look that
appreciate
guy up. That looks so good, dude.
Yeah,
You're
Pablo
so close,
Francisco.
Wrangler. You're so close. There we are.
There you go.
Yeah, if you check out the second book, his second cover was even better. And that flag, he nailed the flag, and we worked really great together because I was like, okay, I had a lot of edits. Like, yeah, the flag has to have 15 stars. That would be the period accurate flag, and he was so good. He just brought it to life.
Hey,
and
look, your number counts better than Oppenheimer's.
That's true. That is quite the error for a Nolan film. I was surprised he missed that.
Yeah, Nolan is usually fairly detail oriented, but can't do everything, I guess.
I mean, technically, he did have a lot of
Well,
historical errors in
Walmart.
Dunkirk as well, but
It's like, but it's so
I didn't
cheap
see that
just to
one.
go to Walmart and grab a pack of small flags from the wave. That's probably what happened.
I mean, read out. It's no. What do you call it? Never mind,
yeah,
dude. I must be
Probably
tired.
best. No, it's probably best not to provoke me of a historically inaccurate film at this hour. Probably not for that. Probably
Like Braveheart.
Oh no, this is the perfect time. I love your historically inaccurate rant.
I mean, trying to get the same
so,
margins
please.
of accuracy as Braveheart, it's a hard thing to
No,
do.
this is
Tell,
Garrett's
tell me your opinion on the historical accuracy of 10,000 BC.
I would not even watch it.
The
All
teeth,
I had to
the
do
teeth
was
are so
hear-
white and pearly.
It was such a dumb concept for a movie. I thought that I didn't even want to watch it. I remember
Yeah.
years ago, I was like
I mean, it's no Patriot, which basically is
It's 100% accurate.
yeah. There's no mistakes in the movie.
the Patriot. I actually was a little bit. I was quite angry because believe me, I love to root against the Brits. And Staffieri, you're out there. I love to root against the Brits in that movie, but I don't like historical inaccuracy. And the burning of the church pissed me off because that was actually I forget the director of that film.
He cited a World War II attack that the Nazis
Yes, it was
liquidated.
that was a Nazi war crime.
Yeah.
That was what that was based on, and it's like
Why are
the
you
British would never
citing
do
an
anything
event in
like
World War II for the American Revolution?
Yeah,
However-
it made people think that folks like that back then were just that nasty. Well, I mean,
Historical-
occasionally
Well,
you're
hang
going to
on a
find people
second.
who are, but
Oh, wait, they
The
can be
Brit-
nasty, but
The British
But they
did
have their
work
lines.
with Native American tribes and sicked them on us, and we're happy to let them, the Cherry Valley Massacre, for example, was something that the British kind of incited, which is partly why in the Declaration of Independence in the Revolutionary War, they cite how the British had incited foreign enemies like the Hessians against. So there were atrocities, but that one was too far in that movie because they never did anything quite that bad. But also, we had Native American allies that we sicked on them too. So to be fair, there was blood on both sides.
They were
It's like
great
it was war or
at
something.
brutal murder. They are tremendous murderers.
No,
That's my
I think
historical
the
review.
Incans had that down to a literal science.
Yeah.
Or was that the Mayans?
Both.
Which?
Well,
Was it both?
Oh, dude,
Yep.
there's a great book by Victor Davis Hanson, who's an amazing historian and a great writer. Also, he has a great book called Carnage and Culture. Okay, and he kind of goes through kind of the major, and it's about Western civilization, and he just talks about how Western civilization has a different method of war, which is a war of annihilation. And he's not morally condoning or condemning it; he's just explaining the difference. And when he talks about the Aztecs, he breaks down the numbers that they uncovered. And like there was one festival, like I don't want to call it a festival, but there was one like day of sacrifice where they beat the 1 day record
Shindig.
of Auschwitz. They beat the 1 day record of Auschwitz in like people sacrificed at one point. They were so efficient. So like yeah, they did have that down to a science.